Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Straight Killer 369 coming back at you, playing a little bit of Fracture on Redwood. And if you guys haven't been on today, you're missing out because there was a huge patch in Black Ops 3. It's almost 2 whole gigabytes in size, and it went live today on the PS4. It will be live tomorrow on the Xbox One, and I'm not sure about the PC if it went live today as well, or if it will go tomorrow with the Xbox One. We might as well go ahead and jump right into it. Let me throw the beginning of the patch notes up on the screen. First thing you guys will notice is the Mercenary playlist has been retired, and there's really not a lot on this first page. And the next thing you'll notice is the new items that you get out of the black market will be marked with a banner, and that's pretty much it. We'll go to the next page. This second page right here is where we get into the meat and potatoes, I like to call it, of patch 1.14. This is where almost everything that really affects your gameplay is going to come into play, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. Some might hate it, but it doesn't affect my gameplay either way, so I'm just here to give y'all the info and the lowdown on it. The Sparrow received a buff, increased speed to maximum arrow charge, increased rapid fire rate. The Tempest, however, received a nerf, reduced the beam size. The Kuda received a nerf, reduced 3-hit kill damage range, and reduced 5-hit kill damage range. My baby, the VMP, received a nerf as well, reduced recoil stability. The Vesper is back, but not completely back, but still more viable now. Increased recoil stability, so it received a buff. The Man of War received a nerf, however, reduced the reload speed, reduced aim down sight speed. And the HG40 received a buff, although I play with it, I can't tell a difference. Increased 3-hit kill damage range. The MX Grand received a buff, increased reload speed, increased recoil stability, increased hipfire accuracy. And the FAR received a buff, increased recoil stability, increased hipfire accuracy, and increased aim down sight speed. I think that's a lot to take in there, guys, so you might want to just think about some of your setups, and you might want to change some things and tweak some things, and that's a lot to take in there. And we'll go on to the last page. Just like the first page of the update of the patch notes, there's really not a lot to discuss here on this last page. I'm going to put it up for a second. If y'all want to pause it and then read it, you can. I'm going to really go over briefly a couple things about it, and that's pretty much it. First thing you'll see is that they added 4 new medals to Fracture game mode, as well as resolved an issue where Fracture was not counting towards objective contracts, and also resolved the issue where combat focus was not properly increasing the score for Fracture events. And pretty much the rest is just is glitches and spawn points and stuff in other maps, and that's really the all the multiplayer notes. Guys, I don't really go over zombies. I'm not much of a zombie player myself. If you guys want to go check that out, you can go check that out on your own. Maybe if I start getting requests in the future, I might put up and discuss some of the patch notes with the zombies, but right now I don't think there's any reason for me to do so, as that's really not my genre. Let's go over this, guys. Let's talk about all these changes. I've tried to use some of the weapons since then, and I'm not gonna lie, at first, when I first started using my VMP, the biggest difference I noticed in the VMP is when you're trying to turn on more than one person and lock in and lock off, and flip your aim down sight off somebody onto another target, your gun is gonna stay really high, and it's really difficult. It's really not as much as the recoil as how they let your gun hang afterwards after killing one person. The Kuda, I haven't actually used the Kuda yet, so I can't really speak on that one. On the FAR, I have used the FAR, and I'm not an assault rifle player, I'm not an AR player, but I can tell you that the gun is definitely better and a lot easier to use now. So if you have that gun and haven't used it in a while, you might want to create you a loadout and go check that out. As far as the Man of War goes, I don't really use it as well, so I can't tell if the nerf on it has really changed anything on it. I believe it already had the slowest aim down sight times in the class of AR, so I'm sure that it's even slower now. But they didn't reduce the damage on it or anything, so I don't think there should be an issue for people using it and doing work with it. The fracture thing, that's awesome that they did that. And added, you know, some new medals and fixed the issue of it's not counting towards the contracts, because it is an objective, you know, game mode, so it should count. The MX Grand, I don't have it, level 1000. Game won't give it to me. Don't know why. I'm never lucky enough to receive it, so I can't speak on the buff on it. HG40, like I said before, I used it. I can't tell the difference. I still think it's trash. I wouldn't use it if I was you. If you do, you know, to each his own. You're a better man than I am, or woman. But the Vesper, man, let's just talk about the Vesper for a moment. I'm just letting you know you need to go ahead and make your Vesper class up, because while it's not as strong as it used to be, it's not far off. It's still fun to use, and it is definitely something that you can switch it up and have a little fun with. Made me feel like I was back playing, you know, a couple months ago. Well, I guess it's been a little longer than a couple months, but the Vesper is definitely fun to use, guys. Look here. What I end up going 67 and 5 in that fracture, man. Look at there, tearing them up. Yeah, man, I think this is a huge update. I don't know if it's for the good or the bad yet, how the community is going to react. Let me know down in the comments below what you all think so far. If you tried out some of these weapons, if they should do more, if they should have done less, if they shouldn't have done anything at all. Just let me know. And for you new guys, don't forget to subscribe. And everybody else, I appreciate the support, man. And I try to keep bringing you all the newest, latest Call of Duty news. And I'll have a new video for you all tomorrow about Infinite Warfare and a leak that actually just happened. This is Straight Killer 369, and I'm out.